her at night, and when I was in a car accident and losing a dangerous amount of blood, she still ignored me completely. It was only later that I found out there had always been someone else in her heart, the person she had loved for 18 years. Marrying me was nothing more than a way to satisfy her family's arranged marriage expectations. That was when I finally understood, love you beg for is destined to disappear. So when I got a second chance at life, I decided to let her go for good. This time, I smiled and told Su Wanning, I'm tired of this too. Let's break up. She froze for a second, clearly thinking she had misheard me. Guyu, do you even know what you just heard me say? I still wore the same calm smile. Of course. Didn't you tell me to find someone else? In my previous life, whenever Su Wanning said anything that upset me, I would cling to her like an overly attached puppy, grabbing her arm and shaking it until she gave in. But not this time. This time, I chose to let her have what she wanted, and to let myself off the hook too. Su Wanning frowned, and before she could say anything, the sound of a glass shattering came from the next table. A moment later, someone ran out the door in tears. The noise made everyone nearby turn to look. My sister Gu Xian poked Su Wanning and said, wasn't that your ex just now? Why did you invite him here today? It's New Year, and someone's already smashing glasses. Don't tell me this is because of you. Su Wanning's expression darkened even more. She stood up and strode toward the door. Before long, the sobbing outside faded and turned into the kind of quiet murmuring only couples share. Meanwhile, the food kept arriving, and I ate quietly, completely indifferent, picking up whatever had been placed in my bowl. In the past, every time a new dish came out, I would automatically put some on Su Wanning's plate. It had become a habit ever since I met her. She always had work calls and often had to step away halfway through a meal. Every time my sister saw how attentive I was to Su Wanning, she would get jealous and tease me, saying, seriously? You're serving Su Wanning again? You're never this thoughtful with your own sister. Don't tell me you've actually fallen for her. More than once, I almost blurted out the truth. But every single time, Su Wanning would smoothly pull away and pat my head like I was some little brother, smiling as she said exactly that I was just like a younger brother to her. And I always understood what she meant. She never wanted our relationship to be public. For 5 whole years, she never posted anything about me on social media. Not even something visible only to me. It was as if she didn't want to leave behind any proof that we had ever loved each other. But because I loved her so desperately, I kept choosing to stay hidden in the shadows. Seeing me quietly eating, my sister laughed and teased, why aren't you going to check on your Wannings yet? Be careful, or she'll run off with another guy. My hand paused for a moment. What does that have to do with me if she goes off with someone else? I'm the ex now. There's no need for me to get in the way. My sister looked at me carefully, as if trying to read something from my face. Just then, Su Wanning and Song Chen came back. Song Chen's eyes were red, like he had just been crying, and Su Wanning was holding his hand, soothing him from time to time. My sister clapped her hands and said, Wanning, Song Chen, are you two back together? The moment she said that, Su Wanning suddenly looked up at me, panic flashing in her eyes. What nonsense are you talking about? He's just an old classmate. What's wrong with showing some concern? My sister shamelessly leaned over. I used to be your deskmate too. Why don't you show me a little concern? Su Wanning laughed and gave her a push. Seeing how Song Chen leaned against her so delicately, I pulled my sister away. Sis, stop interrupting their little moment. Let's go back and eat. Then I turned to Su Wanning with a bright smile. Right, second sis? The moment she heard that form of address, Su Wanning paused. She looked at me with a strange expression, but in the end she said nothing and walked away quickly with Song Chen. As soon as the two of them left, the people around us started gossiping. Didn't I say a first love hits differently? Just look at how they acted tonight. They're probably getting back together. Exactly. Back then, when Song Chen had kidney failure and urgently needed a transplant, Su Wanning didn't hesitate for a second. She gave him one of her kidneys. Before she had even fully recovered, she was already in his hospital room taking care of him. She practically gave him half her life. Now that Song Chen's back in the country, there's no way those two are separating again. Listening to all that, my chest hurt so badly I could barely breathe. So their fates had always been tightly bound together. I was the only fool, clinging to a relationship that could never be brought into the light. After I married Su Wanning in my previous life, everything between us changed completely. We didn't just sleep in separate rooms. Even at the dinner table, she insisted on using separate chopsticks. Only when her parents pressured us to have a child did she reluctantly hold me and go through the motions like it was a task to complete. That night, she asked for the lights to be turned off and kept her eyes shut the entire time, as if being with me was some unbearable humiliation. Then the very next day, she went to Song Chen's place and stayed there all night without coming home. There was also one winter when I caught influenza A. I was so weak I could barely get out of bed. I asked her to take me to the hospital, but she impatiently refused, saying she had to work late. Then she turned around and went with Song Chen to a watch store to help him pick out a watch.